Okay, beautiful. This is Goddess Wisdom of the Day. This is the third time that I have tried to um, record this. So here we go. I'm having a dream. For real, in real life, I'm dreaming and I'm talking to a version of myself that lives consistently at a higher frequency than I do now. And one of the questions that I asked, the last question that I asked was, why was I surrounded by so many low frequency people? They were beautiful souls, but frequency wise, they were relatively low. So she explained this to me. Um, the example was, say you're at a 3 frequency level and you hold that very well, and you are striving to get to, no, she said a 2. So the example was, say you're at a 2, you hold that very well, and you work to get to a 3. Threes are your best days. Sometimes you tap in at a 4, but you hold 2 really good. And when you're in a bad mood, when you are off and you are not connected and not that type of thing, you're at a 1, right? And then you shake that shit off and you get back on your shit and you hit that 2, no problem. And then you start working towards a 3 or 4. Sometimes when you are in a low point, you're having a bad day, you meet somebody and you guys kind of hit it off and things are not that bad. Why? Because they're at a 1 too. But what you don't know is that you being at that 1 as your bad day, it's actually their best day at a 1. And so you decide that you like this person and you start spending more time with this person, and then resonance starts to happen. And this can be your lover, your spouse, your parents, a sibling, children, people at the office, right? You start resonating with them because you're not alone, and you kind of like the company. But over time what happens is they can't maintain a 1. 1 was the top of their shit, and they're not on the top of their game every day. So really, they maintain a 0, sometimes a -1, especially if they're having a bad day. So now you have someone who volleys between -1 and 0 that you're spending time with, coming down from your 2. And the more you spend time with them, the more resonance there is. And so instead of 2 becoming your norm, 1 becomes your norm because it's easier to dip in and shift with them. When they get low, you get low. And so you can't stop that part from happening. What you are supposed to do is say, baby, I'm a 3 frequency right now. I'm striving to be a 5 frequency right now, or a 4 frequency right now. And as a result, you have to you have to be so strong. When they talk about stand on business, you need to stand on your frequency. Okay? Stand on your frequency of that 3. Then when you meet somebody, even if you're at your low point, when you get back to your 3, it's like you become a vibrational snob. If they cannot meet you where you are, you need to see them when they can. And what happens is a lot of us have this sympathy rather than empathy, and we're willing to give up our frequency to keep people in our life who cannot maintain access. So if they want access to you, they have to be able to be at a 3 on their good day, not at a 1, right? Or they have to be at a 2 if you're maintaining a 2. 2's got to be at least their good day. And then you have to be able to hold your frequency so hard and so powerful and so firm that even when they're having a bad day, you don't meet them on their frequency. They got to go and do what they got to do to get back up so they can meet you on your frequency. Otherwise, you just pass each other. Stop trying to resonate with people that you have developed some feelings for, because they can't get to your frequency. Maybe that means that they were not meant to be with you forever. You know, they say some people are supposed to be with you for a season, a reason, or a lesson, or whatever that is, right? So maybe the lesson that you're supposed to take from this is that they were a lesson on how to raise your frequency. And it's time for you to move on. Maybe they were there for the season of you mastering a frequency. And that is why sometimes you are with people that you care so deeply about, and they feel like they do everything and they give you everything that they have. And it's not enough. It's not enough because it's everything they got at the one. But your everyday life is at a 2. So I'm going to do another video to tell you what she told me about what to do when you're in these situations. Love you. Bye.